the relationship between geoscience data, mining, and people. You see, there is nothing in human life that does not have the contribution of the Mother Earth, and that is geosciences. Electric cars, copper in your electricity, clay which you use in geophagy, that is for medicine, clays you use in ceramic. So industrial development generally depends on availability of minerals. And human consumption of minerals, if you go and Google that, you find out that in life is very significant. Even plants with which you get your food, sometimes they take their nutrients from the Mother Earth. So, and that is essentially geosciences. So it is very, very significant, or it plays a role in development of society, development of human life and growth, right from time immemorial. And there is a biblical injunction that says that you come from the earth and you go back to the earth. I don't think the world can do without mining, because you can look at everything that is taking place in our life now. I mentioned the electric vehicles, I mentioned inverter batteries. Look, solar panels which you use for your inverters, silica sand is an important component. Copper is an important component. Aluminium is an soldering as the component. Even the circuits you have there, you have some silica components in it. All these are minerals that are very, very significant and play a significant role in the lives of humans. So we can't do without the mineral resources we have. And you see, politics and policies by government sometimes is determined by the minerals you have. You keep gold. The reserves of all countries is based on gold. So if, for instance, in this country at a point in time with the vast amount of gold we have, the central bank at a point in time was buying gold from miners to boost up our reserves. It's not that the paper money that you keep is what is being considered, it's the amount of gold reserves that you have in the central bank. Consider mineral resources is very important, and the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society, being one of the oldest institution or society we have in the country, has played a leading role in development of geosciences in the country. That is anchoring the developments in the academia, anchoring the developments in the industry. And we, as Geological Survey, we play a leading role, that is mediate between the industry and also the academia. Because NGSA is also a research institution, and at the same time we meet the needs of the industry. And that's why we are all very relevant to the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society.
Everything from time immemorial depends on mining. You can imagine from what? From the Iron Age up till this time. All we have been saying is on what? It's on minerals. And that is why our role as a geoscientist is crucial to the development of any nation. We go by it in the mineral industry in stages, from exploration to exploitation to value addition, beneficiation, as well as going into the market.
People mine. When they mine, they don't, after mining, they just abandon the whole something and then they leave. All these things create a lot of hazard for our people, for the community. And of course, we geoscientists, we guide them in all these things. So to make sure that the mining and the exploitation they are doing are in order, in conjunction, in line with the best practices for the country. So for the environment also the same thing. We are always very careful about the environment, and we advise people that they just don't mine anyhow. We advise people, we train people on how to conform with the international best practices.
Like any other the human endeavor, where you tamper with nature, what God put in place, that let this thing be. However, God should allow us to tamper with it for the benefit of mankind. You have tampered with nature by mining. You disturb the ecosystem, you disturb the wildlife, you blast a rock to be able to extract the minerals or be able to get the aggregate out or industrial minerals. What are you doing? You're impacting negatively on the environment. However, the end justify the means, because you are looking for something now to be used by human beings so that our life could be more meaningful. So we cannot but have that negative effect, but we also train people both in the university, and then of course we regulate people to be able to mine responsibly.
Responsible mining. That is to say, from onset from exploration, everything must be done systematically in phases, such that the environment, the community, the agriculture, the soil, everything that encompasses ecosystem must be taken into consideration, such that what we are looking for in the mineral will not jeopardize the existence of the living beings on Earth. That's why we talk of the ecosystem thing. And that is why today responsible mining is the advocacy we are making from all aspects of mining.
Because of we trying to do good in the environment, we're trying to explore for the minerals. Eventually we explore, we drill, and the process of this exploration work, a lot of things affect the environment. We have that there's digging done, there's blasting done in some cases, especially when it comes to quarrying of some solid minerals. We have blasting done. In the process of blasting, we have waste materials being exposed into the surface. We have drilling or trenching, dredging, different levels of interactions with the surface. And what this does ultimately is, if we are not careful, if there is no plan to reclaim it after exploration, what you have is this earth is now left bare, barren, after we have explored our minerals, and then we go away without trying to reclaim them. What is left is dilapidated environment that would eventually cause hazards to people, especially people living in the surrounding. So you have people having issues. We have, for example, for people that deal with gold mining, and we know that Nigeria has we have exploration for gold going on presently in Nigeria. So we know that for these people, there are a lot of them that are done by artisanal miners. And because these people are artisanal miners, they do not have a good plan of what to do after mining this gold. So they mine this gold and they're on their way, leaving behind the heads in a very sorry state. So what you now have is everything is opened up. You have them washing materials into streams, and these streams would serve as sources of water for people living in the surrounding. So you have people getting in contact with polluted water on a daily basis without a lot of them even knowing about what is happening to them. So we have that all these our activities ultimately have an effect on the environment, especially humans living around where our mining activities are taking place. So it is one thing for us to be able to explore the earth. It's another thing for us to look out for our environment such that our actions don't have adverse effects on our environment. That is very, very important, and it's something that we should really look into. Mine site can take as long as 25 to 30 years to run, but no matter how long it runs, there should be a law that ensures that after the life of the mine, there is programs put in place to reclaim the land such that it goes back to maybe not exactly how it was made, but at least to a good state where it can be used either for other activities like tourism. They can use it for ponds or different things. There are different parts of the world where we can take as examples, we can use as templates what they do to their mine sites after the life of the mine.